I'm also joined by Lieutenant General Sanjay Kulkarni, a defense expert on the broadcast. Thank you, General Kulkarni, for joining us on CNN News 18. We always talk about the crackdown on terror in Jammu and Kashmir, but we seldom talk about the role that, dogs like Phantom play in anti-terror operations. Please illuminate us when it comes to how central they are to tackling terror in Jammu and Kashmir and the overall security operations that they're employed for in the armed forces.
Ayushman, absolutely very sad to learn, the passing away of Phantom in such tragic circumstances. But believe you me, they're real brave hearts. They're such sweethearts. They're force multipliers. Unbelievable love and affection that they give. You have to see their handlers, how they handle. And it's fantastic. That is why he drew fire on himself, because he wouldn't leave them. It is for that reason that you find one of the terrorists was already dead. If there are three more, they'll all die. Because if he was there, he wouldn't leave them. He would just carry on being there. He knows exactly what is to be done. Yeah, unbelievable. You feel, tribute being paid to such a lovely friend of ours, a canine who's, with the kind of dedication, passion, commitment that they serve. And you see their handlers the way they are. It is unbelievable. You have to be with them in operations to see that they would have, small biscuit packets in their pockets, and the first thing they would do is give it to him. In the way he knows when to bark, when not to bark, what is to be done, and how to look at the handler to tell and convey that, there is something which is amiss over here. There's all kinds. There's sniffers, there's guard dogs. They're just sweethearts, and you will find his passing away is something which will, will shake up everybody. I find I've seen it myself, whether they are the Labrador, the Alsatians, now the Belgium breed which has been brought in to ensure they're real force multipliers. And the terrorists know that it is he who's going to create more problems than anybody else, because men cannot sniff, men will not be able to know. Men are dependent on so many. But here's a canine who's totally empowered to do everything. He can sniff, he knows what it is, where the explosive is, where the men are, what's been hiding, who's the enemy, who's not. He knows everything. And the way he is sort of, groomed and brought up by his handler, the handler knows what it is. There are instances, what lovely names they have, Phantom, Zoom, Ken, such fantastic sweethearts they are. And they've even saved the lives of their handler by sacrificing their lives. Now also you find they'll sacrifice their lives. They'll not hesitate, but they will do their job. That is what these army dog units are trained for. That is what they are there for. And they're actually force multipliers. I've seen them on Siachen. I've seen them in various counterinsurgency operations. Anywhere and everywhere, you want to find out where your person is, they know exactly. What's in your bag, they know. They can sniff what's inside your bag. They're trained for each of them, and his loss is a real big loss. No wonder the army pays tributes, and definitely it deserved. It lived to his name. Phantom, he worked like a phantom till the last he was a phantom, and he wouldn't give in. And that is where I feel very bad, very sad. Each one of us, whether we are not in the service, I would feel very bad that we lost such a lovely, sweet pet of ours. And similarly, while in the service, you can imagine what would have been the state of that handler. They are so dedicated, so much in love with each other, and absolutely, it's very difficult. They're like buddies, absolute buddies. And you lose a buddy, you know what it means. And it's very sad. I feel bad. Hats off, and I sincerely pray for that all such canines and all such handlers, we need to give them. So many of them are decorated. So many of them have been honored with it. We have mules who are decorated. We have dogs who are decorated in the army for the amount of the kind of services that they offer while they're in operations.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
the spirit of service is what counts at the end of the day, whether you're a man or even a dog or an animal who's serving the forces, and as well as defending the country. Thank you so much, General Kulkarni, for sharing your perspective and your kind words towards the memory of a Phantom who has died in the line of duty. Once again, the Indian Army has put out a statement where it has said, as our troops were closing in on the trapped terrorist, Phantom drew enemy fire, sustaining fatal injuries. His courage, loyalty and dedication will never be forgotten. A salute from all of us to this brave canine who has died in the line of duty, battling terror to defend the Indian nation.